right, let's take a look. So everyone, have you already tried this eye matrix? So we really need to give it a serious try. Let's go in there right now and perform a completely free test. Then, after that, we can finally find out which personal energy companion truly belongs to you. Once we have successfully found it, we can officially start to go much deeper into the whole process. Let's get to know the personality traits of each energy companion, shall we? Okay, so your friends around you, your family, or your close friends, right? Even your siblings can use this iMatrix QR code to share with everyone. That way, everyone will have the chance to quickly use our iBlooming platform to get to know themselves better. Isn't that great? All right, so today, let me introduce to everyone two people, two very successful friends whom we are all quite familiar with. Let's take a look. The first one is Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, right? We all know that Jack Ma actually didn't have it easy. Jack Ma went through a whole lot. Setbacks, what do we call that? We can truly call him someone who just can't be defeated. He's an incredible opportunist, right? His ability to build connections, his influence on us, he has all of that. After establishing those, we now see things that everyone loves, like Taobao, right? And also Alipay and so on. All of these are thanks to Jack Ma. His relentless efforts led him to discover these business opportunities. He was very sharp, wasn't he? In 1999, he was able to spot this opportunity and founded Alibaba. But it wasn't just Alibaba. Let's take a look at what problems he encountered before achieving success. Oh, it turns out that Jack Ma, he once actually applied for a job at a local KFC restaurant. KFC is a place where many of us have frequently eaten at. Did you know that? Interestingly, KFC once opened its very first branch in Hangzhou, which is a famous city located in China. Back at that specific time, they were carefully interviewing 24 different candidates, and they eventually decided to hire 23 of them, with the sole exception of just one person. Jack Ma was the one who got rejected. In other words, they didn't hire Jack Ma. They thought he wasn't suitable, that he couldn't even be hired as an ordinary employee. So, did these early setbacks and rejections cause Jack Ma to simply give up on his dreams? At that specific time, he thought to himself, well, there is really nothing else I can do right now, so he decided to pivot and try to become a professional English teacher. He also worked incredibly hard during this period, constantly helping the friends around him or the many foreign tourists who came by the area, providing them with completely free tour guide services. Why exactly did he do this? The truth is, he deeply wanted to have more frequent opportunities to practice his English and connect with the world. So does that mean he really wouldn't miss any opportunity to improve himself? Also, at the World Forum, are we talking about Harvard University? He was rejected 10 times, a total of 10 times. But they thought he wasn't suitable, that he wasn't qualified enough. All right, so after doing so many things, he actually didn't succeed right away. I remember clearly that when he applied for a civil servant job, even as a police officer, he was rejected as well. They said he wasn't suitable. They told him to just go back after all that. So after going through so much, did Jack Ma give up? Actually, that is not what happened at all. In fact, he always chose to see this as a unique kind of motivation. He took every single one of those rejections and turned them into a powerful driving force. So what did he do next? He consistently showed up day after day, kept telling the world that he could definitely do it. That is exactly how he managed to sustain his energy all along. Then he wanted to share what he was doing as a kind of feeling to let everyone know, to show that he could really do it. He kept refining and practicing it over and over again until he mastered it. Perseverance and determination. Isn't it true that this journey was not easy at all? But finally, the massive Alibaba group appeared on the scene, right? Then we have Taobao as well. These are all incredibly well-known household name companies that we see every day. We all know them very well, don't we? And then later on, we saw the rise of Jack Ma's Ant Financial Services. That is, his company also joined in, meaning they acquired part of KFC's shares, right? So isn't that quite dramatic? You didn't hire me, but that's fine. I ended up joining your company, even bought shares in your company and became your shareholder, right? Okay, that's enough about Jack Ma. Let's take a look at another person we're all very familiar with and we all really love, a member of the British royal family, and that is Princess Diana. Princess Diana's life was full of legend and he was admired by so many people all around the world. Although his life was short, only 36 years, the impact and significance of what he did reached far and wide across the globe. When we describe Princess Diana, we say he had a loving heart and great courage. His compassion for social charity and public welfare was truly immense, and he led by example. Let's take a look at Princess Diana. He was someone who, back in 1989, he traveled to visit a specialized leprosy hospital located in Indonesia. While he was there, he personally shook hands and even made direct physical contact with the leprosy patients. Through these compassionate actions, he successfully broke down the deep-seated discrimination and prejudice that many people held against those suffering from the disease. And also a kind of misunderstanding. This kind of love, we say, gives dignity to those who have been rejected. And that's very important because, as we know, many members of the royal family always wear gloves. They wouldn't have direct physical contact with you or shake your hand directly. But Princess Diana didn't mind these worldly views. He used his own approach. He consistently expressed this profound love through his selfless actions, letting everyone know about it and actively spreading this love to others. Also, he was incredibly brave. We know that in 1997, he courageously went to Angola, which was a dangerous place filled with hidden landmines, specifically to promote global awareness of peace and safety for all. He personally walked on foot through this landmine-filled area. This incident, it's not just about love being something simple. He also inspired everyone around his people all over the world to witness his courage in taking action himself. His actions truly influenced so many people and were deeply moving. Yes, so the two of them, we can call them truly successful world-famous figures. Let's see what they have brought out. This Tuesday, our two energy companions, 𝐈𝐯𝐻𝐼, but one of them is FaFa and the other is WoWo. Let's take a look together at the characteristics of these two 𝐈𝐯𝐻𝐼. Alright, but as for WoWo, we say he is an opportunity creator. So what is the color of his energy? It's deep sea blue, an ocean blue. What kind of feeling does it give people? Wow, it's really full of energy. We often say that WoWo is a very spiritual, personal energy companion. His innate sense is just like what we mentioned earlier regarding Jack Ma. He is someone who can, every single time, use his own deep intuition to successfully grasp every potential opportunity within the market. He truly possesses a unique and powerful ability to navigate the complex world of business with remarkable precision and foresight. Not everyone can seize these opportunities. Many people may have chances, but WoWo is persistent and never gives up. His unwavering determination and fighting spirit is just like Jack Ma, who was able to achieve his own success. As for his personality, he's very easygoing and he also loves freedom. He gives people a sense of empathetic support. Also, when it comes to emotions, his mood can be affected by the surrounding environment to some extent. More or less, it does have some impact. However, he recovers quickly and is able to calm himself down, then once again pushes forward with renewed energy. So, we can truly say that WoWo is a very empathetic, incredibly attentive, and deeply caring little energy companion. Now, let's take a much closer look at exactly how he behaves when he is placed in many different situations. How does he perform? Now, let's talk about work. For example, when WoWo is collaborating with others or communicating with them, how does he behave under pressure or when he takes on a leadership role? Let's take a look together. All right, so when it comes to WoWo, he's an opportunity creator. He relies on his intuition, is very creative, and really knows how to socialize. Because his inspiration is boundless. He doesn't like having his ideas restricted by any environment. So sometimes people wonder, wow, whoa, how did you even come up with that? It's an unexpected way of thinking that surprises others because WoWo really can think of opportunities that other people can't see. What about his emotions? When he's stable, he becomes very focused. We say he gets really concentrated on finishing what he needs to do. So in terms of work, we can give him some space. WoWo, right? If you have friends or colleagues around you who are like, WoWo, just give them some space. As long as you don't restrict them, it'll be fine. All right then, when we work together with them, we need to trust them. And we have to remember that.